Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Islamic Calling podcast. Uh, welcome to the new year. It's been a while since I last made a live stream. I guess I think this is the first live stream of this year on this channel. You guys might have noticed I've been putting out a lot of kind of like highlight streams, highlight videos of my live streams, but I haven't done any kind of like original content yet. So this is going to be the first one. And of course, joining me today is brother Amy and Jay. Assalamualaikum, bro. How are you?
Walaikum salam warahmatullah. So yeah, I'm here.
Assalamualaikum, bro. Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Great. Yeah.
Welcome back to the channel.
Yep. Thank you for having me. I think it's been several months. I think or weeks. I think it was a few weeks, right?
Salam. Walaikum salam, bro. Welcome to the show.
Walaikum salam.
Yeah, I think you were. We did a live stream. I think like months ago, right?
I think it was several weeks ago. And the one when we reacted to Syria, the Syrian victory. I guess. Yeah, that was the most recent one.
Yeah. Welcome salam, bro. So, yeah, I think we haven't done one since then, right? So a lot has happened.
Yeah. Definitely. Trump is president. Yeah. That's what happened.
Yeah. So
and there's a ceasefire in Gaza. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a ceasefire in Gaza. That's something we need to talk about as well. So the reason I wanted to do this live stream is because I actually saw a video by one of the brothers that I actually follow. His name is Dean Response, and he made a video, and I didn't know about this, by the way. So apparently, Sam Shamoun made a video where he basically insulted Lily J. Did you watch the video?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. It's the usual wife beater diatribe. So for those who do not know, Sam Shamoun is an indicted wife beater, and this is certified by the court's documents that his
Did you watch the meme? Did you watch the meme? Wife beater. Meme video that someone put out where he's constantly getting bombarded with this question of like, is he a wife beater or not?
I think I may have seen it. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't recall.
I actually have the video. Maybe we can react to it. It's
sure.
Hilarious. Yeah, it's hilarious. But before we do that, let's actually start the video. Let me share the screen. So this video is from a channel called Dean Response. It's a new channel. It's a very good channel. If you guys can
subscribe. Yeah, I would recommend those who have not seen Dean Response to subscribe to it, because it's a very good channel. I've seen some of the videos. It's very quality material there. I do like the videos that they show up. Yeah.
All right, so let's react to what Sam Shamoun said, and then we're gonna make some response.
This is gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, let's watch this. Bismillah.
Lily J, little whore. She a prostitute.
This guy should take a look in the mirror, man.
I mean, like, I know that like he's maybe upset because his wife left or whatever, but like calling other people who's debunking you, the W, I mean, like, the thing is that, like, look, dude, like, I get it. Like, you're feeling a little lonely or whatever. You're in your incel phase and you lost your hair and your wife. But no need to take it out on people who are debunking you,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, with a face like that, that only a mother could love, who would want to marry this guy? I wouldn't know. Yeah.
I mean, let's not make fun of his like face, but like the thing is that his attitude is so nasty that it's like no one wants to be associated with this guy.
I definitely do not want to be associated with this guy at all. And even though I've known this guy since I think it was 2000. I think it was 2006 when I first confronted him. Yeah.
2006. Damn.
Yes, it's a very long time ago. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing his material since I think in the 90s, right? He's been active since the 90s.
Yeah, he was active in the 90s, but I only started confronting him when I was ready with my website. My website, I started a project in 1999. In 2003, I started my website called Bismika Wahuma, 2003. And then 2006, I started responding to this Christian website. It's still is a major site
Yeah, answer
called
Islam, right?
Answering Islam, right? Called Answering Islam, and this guy, this fella, this botak fella was attacking me as well. So you can still see some of his articles attacking me on Answering Islam. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's an old clown. But anyway, let's continue watching. We'll see.
Is it a coincidence? Lily J, Lilith, bride of Lucifer, you filthy scum. This little Jezebel plays a clip of me where
Lilith and Jezebel. I
Oh my
think
god.
some
Yeah,
explanation is necessary for these two
yeah, yeah,
terms.
yeah.
For
Yeah, you
those
wanted
who
to
do not
explain
know,
the Jezebel thing, right?
yes. So yeah, even Lilith. For this character called Lilith, so this character Lilith is not in the current Old Testament. It's in Jewish sources. It's in the Talmud. So Lilith is apparently the second wife of Adam, alayhi salam, according to
Ah,
Jewish Talmud. And this
okay.
Lilith was supposed to be is alleged to be that from a race of demons. Yeah, and
Oh
also
wow.
and throughout Christian Christian and even Jewish mythology, Lilith is seen as a demoness, a temptress, a seductress, a whore. Yeah, the
Oh
WH
wow.
word. So yeah, so all these
Wait,
things. So
wait.
yeah,
So the Jews actually believe that the Adam had a second wife, and the second wife was like a demon.
exactly.
What?
So this is in the Jewish Talmud. Yeah, so this is Lilith,
Oh
and then
wow.
this guy, he mentioned another character, right? Jezebel. So Jezebel, this is in the
Our
Old
brother
Testament.
doctor is here. Hi, bro.
Oh, hi, Assalamualaikum, brother. So okay, to continue where I left
Yeah,
off. So
sure, sure.
Jezebel is a character in the Old Testament. She's the wife of King Ahab. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so according to the Old Testament accounts, Jezebel is also seen as a temptress, a seductress, someone who's morally loose. And if you look
Mm-hmm.
in Revelations, Jezebel is associated with being a prostitute. Yeah. So all these
Wow.
things. Yeah. So that is why you see this guy. He's using terms like Lilith, Jezebel. So he's actually
Mm-hmm.
accusing Lily J of being a loose woman. Yeah, this is basically his attempt of doing so, using Christian and Jewish imagery. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So, by the way, are you somewhere you're kind of speaking quietly? Is family members
Yeah,
around
yeah,
you?
my family member is around me, and they don't want me to speak too loud because they say that I'm shouting, so I can't
Okay,
speak
no
too
worries,
loud. Yeah, they're
no
watching.
worries.
They're actually watching Doc Brown and Marty McFly whizzing around in their time machine. So yeah, they don't want
Nice,
me to
nice.
disturb them. Yeah.
Okay. Can you go to a separate room, maybe?
Fortunately, there's no room in this homestay. So this condo is actually a studio apartment. It has only one room.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I can't do that. I'm in the
Yeah,
hall
sure, no
actually, but
worries.
yeah, but next to me is the bed, and my family members are there.
All right, that's fine. So basically, when I first watched this video, I was not surprised, honestly, because Sam Shamoun has a habit of saying things like this, like absolutely disgusting, kind of like curses that he throws at people. I mean,
Yeah,
like, I
yeah,
mean, you said that
yeah,
Jezebel was basically. Wait,
yeah.
who is Jezebel and Lilith the same person?
No, no, they're two different people. Yeah,
Ah,
one is associated with Adam, the other is associated with Ahab during the time
ah.
of the Israelites.
So,
Yeah.
so was Jezebel also a kind of like prostitute?
Yes, according to Revelations. Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, so I was not really surprised that he said this, but what I am surprised by is that Lily J actually responded to her to this kind of like this video, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
and
Actually, if you ask
the
me,
thing that
she
what's funny
shouldn't
is that
entertain him.
he's a
Yeah, but
Christian, right?
I'm not sure actually because I've seen Lily J with Sheikh Khalid Yassin, so it seems that she's very amenable to Islam. Maybe she's thinking of embracing Islam. I don't know. Inshallah, she does, but
Mhm.
frankly, I don't know what religion she is. She
By the way, I
hasn't
want to
made
ask
that
you
clear.
guys in
Yeah,
the comment: is Lily J Muslim or is she a Christian? Can you guys let us know?
yeah. If anyone can answer that, that would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That would actually be great. because I'm not entirely sure whether she's a Muslim or not.
Well, I'm pretty sure she's not a Muslim yet, and she's probably close to it because I've seen her interviewing and associating with Sheikh Khalid Yassin. But other than that, I don't know what her religion is. Yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone in the comment know whether she is actually a Muslim or not, let us know. As far as I know, she's probably a Christian because I've never
Possibly,
seen her wear like the
possibly.
hijab.
Yeah.
But yeah, the point is that like whether she's a Christian or not is beside the point. Like you don't call people like the Lilith or like
Lilith or Jezebel.
W word just because they criticized you based on a chat GPT answer. Like how childish do you have to be to say things like this?
Well, we know that we know that this guy has been mentally unstable ever since his wife ran off with a plumber. So
Poor guy,
shouldn't
yeah.
be a surprise. Yeah, poor dude. Yeah, poor dude. Pity him. Yeah.
Yeah, the poor guy is so upset that he cooked himself and cooked his hair and is like his relation band is just all in the gutter. But anyway, so let's continue and let's see what else they said.
I'm discussing with Jihad Yusuf about different qiraat, and then the genius here, she goes to Chat GPT to ask if Huffs and Walsh are different, and then the Chat GPT says, no, they're just different recitations, but they're exact same meaning. So the Jezebel slut says I'm lying because she's trying.
Just listen to his language. Brother Doctor said Sam Shamoun is not a man; he's a monster. Yeah, I mean, like he's just like a person who has no integrity. Bro, are you there? Brahim Anja, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I think there's some corrections that needs to be made here, which is that
Jezebel slut says I'm lying because she's trash, filthy lowlife. This is the woman. The Jezebel slut says I'm lying, but they're exact same.
By the way, this is 18 plus content.
God.
By the way, guys, warning.
Yeah.
So the
you should do a
Jezebel
warning
slut
there.
says I'm lying.
Yeah.
Citations, but their are different. And then the Chat GPT says, no, they're just different recitations, but they're exact same meaning. So
so this one, I think there needs to be some clarification. The Chat GPT here is incorrect, obviously, because the thing is that when it comes to the Kiraat, right, the Kiraat is not just kind of like differences in terms of accent. There are differences, like there are different words, but the words still mean the same thing, right? If you could add to that, bro, are you there? Bro, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
Can you add to the Kiraat and what it is actually?
Yeah, so let's talk about Ahruf. Ahruf is basically the dialects that
We can get
the
to the Ahruf
prophet.
later. Just explain what the Kiraat is.
I mean, it has to be explained side by side, right? So we know the distinction.
Sure.
So the Ahruf is basically the dialects that the prophet has, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has approved, and there are 7 Ahruf.
Mm-hmm.
So in the society, the Arab society of the prophet, there were 7 major tribes with different dialects of spoken Arabic. So all of these pronunciations from these different dialects are approved by the prophet, and these are the Ahruf. So Qiraat are basically a descendant of from the Ahruf, and it's more related to pronunciation, how you pronounce certain words. Like for example, Malik and Malik. Yeah, but however, ChatGPT wasn't really accurate on that sense, in the sense that it says that there was no changes in the meaning, although because some of the Qiraat do have changes in the meaning. However, the meaning complements each other. Like for example, the example that I gave, Malik and Malik in Maliki Yawmiddin from Surah Al-Fatiha. So Malik means owner, Malik means king. So you can see that these two words, these two meanings, they complement each other. They don't contradict each other. See?
Yeah. So we're gonna get into that more when we watch the original video by Lily J. She also made a reaction to it, but we're gonna watch the full kind of like Sam's version of what he said, because I think she cut off some big parts of it. So we're gonna watch the rest.
the Jezebel slut says I'm lying because she's trash, filthy lowlife. This is the one that Muslims are using for their jihad. This trash.
Like, who is using her for jihad? Like, have you ever like hit your head in this pavement?
This
Like,
guy
who's using her for
is really
jihad?
losing it.
What is he
Why
talking?
why is an issue on Ahruf and Kirat suddenly related to jihad? I don't get it.
But he says that, oh, apparently we're using her to do jihad. How? Like, she's the one who's making content, right? Like, no Muslim asked her to make content like on Islamic topics. Maybe she's interested in it, right? It has nothing to do with us. Like, we're not paying her like the Christian churches are paying people like Sam Shamoun. Like no one's paying her. She's doing it on her own. So how is this like we're doing jihad? Uh, like this guy's like mental issues. And bro,
I
is
think
there
I think that's obvious, right? That this guy has mental issues.
brother
I
doctor said, Sam
doesn't take a
Shamoun didn't know what jihad is.
yeah, exactly. I mean this guy is so full of himself that he's just confusing and conflating concepts. Okay, because this guy he has such an ingrained hatred of Islam that
Yeah.
anything or anyone who contradicts him about
Mhm.
Islam will cause him, will cause his ire, and he just burst into flames due to his hatred of Islam. And so that's why you see him suddenly talking about jihad and Lilith and Jezebel and all this, even though the issue is just basically about Ahruf and Qira'at. It's nothing
Yeah.
special there. There's nothing new there, you see?
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing, I think the reason why uses such nasty words is because, well, obviously she's a woman, and
That
under
too,
Islamic
yes.
law, and under Islamic law, in Islam, it's not allowed for us to curse or use this kind of like swearing words to insult other people, because there's a hadith by Prophet Sallallahu where he clearly said that
Exactly.
a Muslim is someone who does not curse others, right? Like that's the definition
Yeah.
of a Muslim. So if you
Also
guys
we have
want to
in
see
the
the difference
yeah,
between a Muslim apologist, a real Muslim apologist, and like this kind of like Christian clowns, this is the difference. Like we will never use languages like this. Like the thing is that I don't like people like Hatun Trash, right? Hatun Trash. We do kind of
don't
criticize her, but we'll never use this kind of like nasty
yeah,
languages.
yeah. I don't think I've called her any of those names anyway. So yeah,
Yeah, we may criticize them for their work, their kind of like nasty work against Muslims and Islam, for spreading falsehood and misguiding people. But the thing is that using this kind of like language and calling them like the W word and all this kind of like calling them the S word, like this is below low level, right? And I think if you're even if you're Christian, I think you can see why this is problematic, and you should not associate with people like this, and like they should have no platform. And yet he is one of the most popular Christian apologists out there. You have something to add, bro? You want to add something?
no. I don't have anything new to add. Yeah, let's continue with the video.
Yeah.
Trash right here. This trash. But this trash can now is defending Muslims. This garbage can. Stop barking. Jezebel slug.
So this is the fruits of Christianity, I take it. This man, Sam Shamoun, even talks like this with his own.
Look at that guy. It's so funny.
Yeah, like I have those kind of like meme videos. Maybe we can respond to it or react to it a little bit. But anyway, so the rest of it is the brothers video. But I think maybe we can now react to the original video by Lily J. Because I think that is the one we should probably. Okay, so give me a second. Let me share the screen. Yeah, here we go. Now, in case you guys don't know, so Lily J is basically a kind of like a non-Muslim. I'm guessing non-Muslim. Again, I could be wrong. YouTuber slash TikToker, and she basically reacts to. Sorry, she basically asks questions to ChatGPT regarding Islamic topics. So recently, she made a video where she asks kind of like ChatGPT regarding the Qiraat of the Quran, and whether the Quran has multiple different variation or not. And then Sam Shamoun saw that video and basically started insulting her. So that's the context behind all this. So let's watch the video and then we'll make my response.
See this.
Lily J, little whore. She a prostitute. Is it a coincidence? Lily J, Lilith, bride of Lucifer. You filthy scum. This little
Bride of Lucifer.
Bride of Lucifer. Oh my God. Basically, he's saying that she's Satan. Oh my God.
Yeah, Bride of Lucifer. I mean, like the thing is that I mean, doesn't he also call his own ex-wife Bride of Lucifer as well? I
Not
think he,
not I don't think so. I think that the term that he used was Jezebel, but not this specific term. Yeah.
yeah, I guess. But anyway, so let's continue.
Little Jezebel plays a clip of me where I'm discussing with Jihad Yusuf about different qiraat. And then the genius here, she goes to chat GPT to ask if Huffs and Walsh are different.
Oh yeah. So regarding ChatGPT, the thing is that you should not ask Islamic question to ChatGPT. I don't think that's the best idea. Like if you wanna, like you can like ask ChatGPT like basic question, but then you have to do your own research. But we're gonna get to that. Let's continue.
And then the chat GPT says, no, they're just different recitations, but they're exact same meaning. So the Jezebel slut says I'm lying because she's trash, filthy lowlife. This is the woman now that Muslims are using for their jihad. This trash right here. This trash. But this trash can now is defending Muslims. This garbage can. Stop barking. Jezebel slut.
How dare you? You're insulting me. What kind of Christian are you? The
Yeah, so brother doctor says Sam Shamoun has mental illness. Anyway, so yeah, so
Bible says in Luke 6:26, bless those who curse you. So I choose not to stoop to your level.
yeah, so I don't know about blessing those who curse you. I mean, like Jesus, in the Bible, obviously had some pretty nasty things to say about Gentiles, regarding the woman and the Gentile. Bro, are you there? Bro, are you there?
Yeah. I'm still here. Don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, you know how the Bible verse regarding the where Jesus basically said, he did not come except for the lost sheep of Israel. What's that Bible verse? Can you remind me? The Bible verse where Jesus says that Jesus calls that woman a dog. Brother,
Yeah. I'm still here.
can you remind me the Bible verse where Jesus basically calls that woman a dog?
I'm going to have to look that up. Give me some time to do that.
All right. So basically, in the Bible verse, give me a second. Jesus calls woman a dog. Yeah, it's Matthew 15:21-28.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, Matthew 15:21. Yeah.
Matthew 15, yeah.
Yeah.
28, I think, right?
Yep. Yeah. So Jesus was calling a Gentile woman, that animal. Yeah. So this Gentile woman, basically the story is about this Gentile woman coming to Jesus asking for help, and then Jesus was saying, "No, I can't help you because I don't help Gentiles." Yeah. So and then he used the term dog to refer to this woman.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. It's in 26. Mark 15:26.
Yep.
And he said, a reply, it is not right to take the children's bread and toss it to the dogs. Yeah, so basically, the reason I bring this up is because I think maybe she may be a Christian. And that's why she's saying that, Christianity doesn't teach you to kind of like curse people. But the thing is that Jesus himself cursed people, according to the Bible authors, right? Of course, I'm not saying Jesus actually did that. But so I don't think it's fair to like say that Sam Shamoun is not acting according to how Jesus according to the Bible authors acted. But the thing is that I understand like why she's frustrated, and so it's not entirely accurate to say that there's let me stop the screen. So I don't think it's accurate to say that Christianity exactly is the virtue, or it teaches like the best virtues, at least the kind of like the New Testament version of it. But I get what she's saying. But let's continue.
But keep my name out of your dirty little mouth. On top of all this, not once did you address my claim. I simply asked ChatGPT, is it different or not? And ChatGPT, it completely disproved your argument. And instead of defending your claim, you resisted me and calling me horrible, horrible names over and over and over again. You have found a better argument. I don't even know who you are. I didn't even know what your name was until yesterday. Your problem is not with me, it's with the truth and artificial intelligence. You don't intimidate me.
That's true.
You know why?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, why is he getting mad at an answer by
Yeah.
ChatGPT?
Why is he upset about automated answer on ChatGPT, which by the way isn't that accurate, but it's pretty much it's pretty much sound. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, the ChatGPT answer has its problem, but like, why is he mad about it? You know, I mean, that everyone knows, like, you don't take ChatGPT seriously,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Because I've got an open heart, an open mind, and I'm a seeker of truth. Lastly, to anyone watching, if you missed the video, I'm going to play it now so you can see what this is all about. Enjoy. You have to see this.
You have at least 14 versions of the Arabic Quran still in
Yeah, so that was the original claim. So
Yeah.
Sam made a video claiming that there are supposedly 14 versions of the Quran. She responds by saying that, no, that is false, obviously.
It is totally
And then
false
he
anyway.
responds back by completely insulting her and not actually responding to the claim. So that's basically what
because
happened.
because this guy doesn't have a clue about what those alleged 14 versions are. Which, by the way, are just Qira'at.
Yeah.
Just different
Yeah.
transmissions of Qira'at, which comes from 14 different people. That's it. But it's the same person. It's the same from the same source. You see, so this guy has no clue.
Yeah, so to clarify what's actually happening here, so this is something that often Christian apologists or polemics will make this claim, which is, oh, there are 14 versions of the Quran. No, there are not 14 versions of the Quran. There's only one Quran. And when it comes to the textual Quran, there's only one Quran, which is the authentic Quran. And then the recitation or the Qira'ah, there are many different Qira'ats, 7 Qira'ats that we can trace back to the Prophet. And there are maybe more. But the point is that these Qira'at are not different versions of the Quran. They're the same Quran because they all have the same meaning. There's not a single, you will not find a single Qira'at that actually contradicts each other. So these are all the same Quran with the same meaning. It might have some difference in terms of wording, but they're all the same Quran. So to say that there are 14 versions of the Quran is just a straw man, you know. Rather Dr. Sam Shamoun versus the AI, the anime. Yeah. So this is basically he's doing a straw man argument fallacy. You see, yeah, I have the animation here. Let me show it. Yeah, it's this one.
Kids strong man, by the way.
Yeah, straw man. So basically, he's misrepresenting the Islamic position. But let's continue.
in circulation today.
So today I've decided to start a new series on YouTube called Debunk Weekly. So many of you are sending me DMs and messages with videos they've found online that they're asking questions. They don't know if it's true, if it's false, if it's propaganda, what's going on. So I've decided I'm going to get these videos and ask ChatGPT whether it's true or false. Let's get to the bottom of this once and for all so we can move on with our lives. I'm super, super excited.
Okay, so there's another thing, by the way, that people like Apostle Prophet also made a video on her. Did you see that, by the way?
I think I may have come across it, although I don't remember. Yeah, maybe I've seen it. I glanced it through. Yeah.
Apostle Prophet made a video on her. I remember now. Apostle Prophet made a video on her. And basically, he said and he claimed that supposedly she basically asks ChatGPT to, answer her like a Muslim would answer her, right? So and because of that, ChatGPT oftentimes gives kind of like Islamic answers, and that's the reason why it seems like ChatGPT is basically.
No, that's not true. I mean, ChatGPT is quite unbiased in that sense. I mean, if you ask an answer, it will give you a very straight answer.
What he's claiming is that she's basically telling ChatGPT to answer like a Muslim.
Yeah, which is not correct. Yeah, I mean, it's totally inaccurate. Yeah, that's not how this AI prompts work. You see. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the thing is that like even if I were to grant like APOS this kind of like this obvious, probably false accusation, let's assume and grant that that's true. So what? So are you saying that a Muslim is giving a wrong answer simply because he's a Muslim? Like, do you know how dumb that argument is?
Yeah, that's also a fallacy, isn't it? Yeah, it's a fallacy too. Yeah.
It's wrong, no matter what he says, because he's an ex-Muslim. Like, would that be a fair argument?
Yeah.
No. That's obviously a genetic fallacy.
Yeah. Yes,
so in case you guys don't know, a genetic fallacy is basically a form of fallacy where basically you simply dismiss an argument based on where it's coming from. But the thing is that it doesn't matter where the argument is coming from. You have to look at the validity of the argument, not where it's coming from. Like, for example, if tomorrow kind of like an atheist says that the sky is blue, that doesn't mean the sky is, that doesn't mean that statement itself that the sky is blue is somehow false. It doesn't mean that. And the fact that he's an atheist has nothing to do with this, right? So when it comes to arguments, you have to validate arguments based on its own merit. So saying that, oh, because it's being answered by ChatGPT in guise of a Muslim, therefore it makes it false, is actually a fallacy. It's a genetic fallacy. But anyway, let's continue and see what she says. That's assuming that that's what she's doing. But again, that's not. We have no reason to think that. But let's continue.
Because a lot of these videos made me think. I'm excited to see what ChatGPT says. Let's go. All right, so the first video is from Tyler Moffat. All right, so let's watch it together, and then we're going to ask ChatGPT.
You're either lying or you're ignorant again, because you have at least 14 versions of the Arabic Quran still in circulation today. I'll name you two, Huffs and Walsh.
Hey, ChatGPT.
Yeah, he says Huffs and Walsh.
There's only two ahruf for Huffs and Walsh, so he doesn't understand the difference between ahruf and Quran. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, Qira'at we can have like 10, 20 even, but ahruf there's only 7, and the ones that is the most popular today are Huffs and Walsh. The others are extinct now. So yeah, we only have these two, and in my part of the world we use the Huffs recitation. I think in your part of the world as well, and the Walsh version is usually found in North Africa.
Yeah, the most popular is the Hafs version of the Quran.
Yeah.
I think maybe we can pull up some references here. Give me a second. Yeah. So if you look at, like, for example, Islam QA, they have a very lengthy article on this, where it basically says the same thing that not the same thing, but anyway, the point is that there are, first of all, the Quran was revealed in 7 different styles, right? So these are known as ahruf of the Quran, right? These are the modes of recitation. This is different than the Qiraat, right?
Exactly.
This is different than the Qiraat.
Yeah.
So basically, what happened is that when the Prophet ﷺ got the revelation, right? When he first revealed it, he asked for Angel Gabriel to give him more, so he can help the Arabs. And according to the Hadith, 7 modes of recitations were revealed to him, and then he taught it to the companions. These 7 different modes of recitation. Then after that, the Quran was compiled by Abu Bakr radhiyallahu anhu, and then Uthman radhiyallahu anhu, and obviously was compiled in this Uthmanic manuscript. But after that, there were obviously various different versions of the reciting style. And so basically what Uthman radhiyallahu anhu did is that he basically, after he compiled the text in the one copy, in the standard copy, all the different styles that could be fit into that copy were kind of like, were kept being used, and the styles that couldn't be fit into that copy basically became extinct in a way. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala basically took away those kind of like recitations. But anyway, the point is that from that kind of like recitations, we have these kind of like 7 Qiraat. The ones that we have are these ones, 7 reciters. The first one is Nafi al-Madani. Then you have Ibn Kathir al-Makki, Asim al-Kufi, Hamza al-Zayat al-Kufi, al-Kisai al-Kufi, Abu Amr ibn al-Basri, Shami. So these are the ones. The most popular one is this one, Asim al-Kufi. This is the one that's being used. Oftentimes you'll hear this.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is the most popular one, right? So basically the point is that the recitations are basically based on the Uthmanic Codex is basically based on the Quraishi dialect. So out of the 7 modes, Uthman chose this one mode, and based on that he kind of like compiled the Quran. And so all the different recitations are based on that kind of like mode of recitations, right? So all the different kind of like modes, again, we don't know if they're completely entirely gone or not, but the point is that the 7 different recitations that we have now basically can be traced back to the Prophet. So we know for a fact these are coming from the Prophet himself.
Yeah.
So
exactly. There are actually hadiths where the Prophet said that one Sahaba was reciting the Quran in a different way, and then I think it was Umar. I think the question that he asked the Prophet whether this is correct. Then the Prophet said yes, the Quran was revealed in 7 modes, 7 ahruf. Yeah. So all these ahrufs were validated by the Prophet, and we don't have any issues with them using the different ahrufs.
Yeah. So basically the ahruf are well documented, And some of the ahruf are now gone. The only one that survived is the Quraishi one.
Yes,
And
that's right.
all the different recitations that we see now, the 7 different recitations, these are not different versions of it. These are all coming from the same kind of like mode of
Yeah,
reading,
yeah,
mode of or
yeah,
style of like recitation that
yeah,
originally was
yeah,
revealed.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
this kind of
to
like
put
different.
to put that into perspective, maybe we should give an example in English. Like so, okay, so for example, if I say I put my things into the boot of the car versus I place my things in the trunk of the car. See?
Hmm.
See, so this is American, the difference between American English and British English. So
Yeah.
the meaning doesn't, I mean, the words are slightly different, but the
Hmm.
meaning doesn't change. You see?
Yeah, yeah. It's similar to if I said like in you know how in the British language they often say that I'm watching the telly, and then in America they will say I'm watching the television, right? Or
Yes,
watching the
that's right.
TV. But it
I'm
means
watching the
it means the
TV.
same thing.
Yes, it means the
So
same thing. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
and
The meaning
the
doesn't. It's not
recitation
different. Yeah,
yeah, the recitation are similar to that. Where oftentimes you have words that are different but they mean the same thing. But they're coming from the
exactly,
prophet, and we know this because we have a chain of transmission that goes back to the prophet. This is
exactly.
all
And
chain.
yes, and also I've mentioned earlier there are some words which may be different. Like for example, Malik and Malik owner versus king, but the
Hmm.
meanings are complementary to each other. See,
Hmm.
they actually complement each other. So what's the difference between being a king of the day of judgment versus being the owner of the day of judgment? You see?
Hmm.
So it's actually it actually shows that Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is the king and the
Hmm.
owner of the day of judgment. So this is also another feature of the Ahruf which actually shows the miracle of the Quran.
Hmm.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's yeah. Oftentimes they will add things to the meaning without changing it. So there's no contradiction, like the way we understand contradiction. There's no contradiction in this
Yeah, definitely
recitation.
not. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah. Yeah.
They mean the same thing. Now, someone could ask the question, which is that okay? So what happened to the kind of like the other kind of like modes of recitation? So like the 7 original ahruf that was revealed to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, what happened to the rest of them, right? And the answer is, and the honest answer is that we don't know. It's possible that some of the recitation that ended up actually had some mixed version, some combined things from the different ahrufs. But to be honest, all the kind of recitations we have, we know for a fact they are coming from the Quraishi dialect, because all of them had to be accommodated to the Uthmanic context, right? Sorry, Uthmanic text, right? So we know for a fact these are based on the Quraishi dialect. So so that's basically what happened. So 7 different ahruf was revealed to the Prophet ﷺ. Then one of them survived, and from that we have these kind of like 7 different recitations, silent recitation that all go back to the Prophet, meaning the Prophet saw it and he approved it, basically. And they are all from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So that's basically what happened. But anyway, so yeah, so now again, like there can be a lot of kind of like confusion on this topic, but so I hopefully everyone understand that. But if you guys have any question, you can ask in the comment section.
Yeah,
But
actually, I would recommend that those who want to know more, they can actually get this book by Mustafa M. Azami, The Text of the Quran. I think the title is The Text of the Quran. Just Google his name, M. Azami. He actually wrote a book about the text of the Quran, and he explains this information very deeply. Unfortunately, I don't have the book with me right now because I'm away from home. So, but you can just Google it, and you can find the book in PDF. I think you should be able to find it. Yeah.
anyway, so the point is that these are not different versions, because when Christians say versions, they mean something like the Bible, where you have these 2 different narratives, but we don't know where one narrative is coming from or from the other. Like we have no idea where this narrative that contradicts or mismatches with this other one. Like for example, in the Bible, how you have like oftentimes contradictory information, right? Like for example, I think one of the companions of Jesus, in one version of the Bible, it says that he was like hanged, and another version of the Bible, it says that he was impaled, right? I think what was his name? The name of the companion. Do you know the story I'm talking about?
Sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't quite get it. Yeah.
So you know the story of the disciple of Jesus who was, I think the one who betrays Jesus. Do you remember his
Oh,
name?
Judas
Yeah,
Iscariot.
Judas, the death of Judas. There are
Ju-
contradictory information about the death of
yes,
Judas, right?
yes, there is. Yeah, there is. Yeah, yeah.
So
One story says that he had 30 days, 30 coins of silver, but then he felt so guilty that he hanged himself. Another one says that he jumped off a cliff. So I mean, I don't know how you can do both at the same time. I honestly don't know how it is
there's
possible.
There's the third one where it says that he apparently kind of like he was impaled, I think, or he had his kind of stomach cut open.
Yeah, balls split open in the fields. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like this.
So
Yeah.
there's like countless like different versions of it.
Yes.
And the thing is that the difference between this and like the Kirat is that
it's totally apples and oranges.
We can use to verify where the Kirats are coming from.
Yes.
But we have no chain of transmission of where this information is coming from.
I mean, the information is contradictory. I'm not sure how you hang yourself while at the same time you jump off a cliff.
That's another thing. This is a clear case of contradiction. But in terms of the Quran, there's no contradiction there.
Exactly. I mean, in the Quran, the terms is just a matter of pronunciation. Like I said, sometimes the ahruf, even though the different words are used, the meanings are actually complementary to each other. They don't contradict. Obviously, you can be the owner and also the king of the Day of Judgment. And that's just one example. There are many other examples as well, which confirms this. So in the case of Judas, like I said, I don't see how someone can commit suicide by hanging himself while at the same time jumping off a cliff.
Yeah. So anyway, so let's watch the rest of the thing because I think ChatGPT makes some mistake. I think we need to clarify some of it, but let's continue.
I have a question. I watched a video, and this person said that there are two different Qurans called the Huffs and the Walsh. Are these two completely different Qurans?
No, they're not completely different Qurans. The Huffs and Walsh refer to different recitation styles or methods of pronunciation. The text itself remains the same across all recitations.
Okay, so that is not exactly correct. Like, for example, some words within the recitations or the Qiraat can be different, as we mentioned. So it's not exactly the same word, but the words still mean the same thing. So this is a mistake that ChatGPT made there. Let's continue.
So the definitions are exactly the same.
Yes, the definitions and meanings remain exactly the same. The variations are in pronunciation.
There you go, guys. If you want to understand exactly what the difference is.
To be fair, like I don't think ChatGPT is necessarily wrong because it did say that the meaning stays the same. So whatever difference is even if it is a different word, the meaning is still the same. So
between the recitation between the Huffs and the Walsh. Go back to my old video where I go into detail deeply on the differences. But I'll just quickly explain. So here's 2 pages here, one of the Huffs and the Walsh, and you can see the recitation. The only differences are a couple of dots, a couple of dashes. It's how you pronounce the words that is different. So it's like an American accent versus English accent. It's the way you say the word is slightly different. It's got nothing to do with the meaning, nothing to do with the translation or what the Quran means. It's just the pronunciation. Is that right, ChatGPT?
Yes, that's a good way to explain it. The differences.
Yeah, that's another thing, right? Like, for example, in the Bible, you'll see it has contradictory information, but there's no contradictory information in the Quran. Like, they mean the same thing, and sometimes they'll be complementary. So it's basically a faulty comparison. Let me see if I have the fallacy here. There we go. It's faulty comparison fallacy. Yeah, so basically this is the fallacy that Sam Shamouni is making, but let's continue.
Between Huffs and Walsh recitations are like differences in accents or pronunciation, not in the actual meanings or words of the Quran.
All right, so case closed. Moving on.
You don't have any copies before 1924 that's identical to the Arabic you're reading today, so they're reading a printed Arabic text that was only standardized in 1924.
Oh my God! Sam.
Oh, this guy is just repeating the same propaganda. You know, Quran is only from 1924. It's only from 1924. Egyptian Cairo edition. This is a favorite argument of J. Smith and his disciple Hatun Trash. So they always repeat the same thing over and over again. Yeah.
I mean, like, don't like these Christians have any shame? Like, they've been debunked so many times. You know, I mean, like, what are they talking about? Like, everyone can just Google this. You know, everyone can Google this. Okay, show me seriously, go to Google right now and type earliest manuscript of the Quran, and you will see all the manuscripts that exist. Go to Islamic awareness. You will find all the manuscripts that exist. So how can you lie and say that, oh, there's no Quran before 1924? Like, are you stupid? I mean, you have to be either very stupid or you know that your audience is so stupid, they're not going to look this up. So it's basically like a cult.
I would say that it's a combination of both.
Yeah. Exactly. You know how in cults, they can say whatever they want. Brother Walker says, scam Shamoun. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's worse than that. He's I don't know. There's so many things I can say right now, which is probably not going to be 18 friendly.
I mean, you can go ahead and say it. Maybe you can blur it out some of it. But the thing
Yeah,
is
I
that
mean, yeah.
these people have no shame. I mean, if you're going to lie, then at least make it believable. And don't make it so that everyone with like a 5-minute research can find out you're lying. It's honestly embarrassing.
I'm actually amazed that people want to listen to this guy. Knowing what he has done to his wife, his ex-wife, and what this guy is capable of. Coming out with all this. I mean, the things that he said about Lily J. That's just one example. There's so many countless examples of him disparaging other Christians who disagree with him. I think you can find videos of Christians making videos exposing this guy for his mouth. You see, his mouth should be washed not with soap. It should be washed with detergent or with a dishwasher or something like this. There's something stronger than a dishwasher. That's for sure. Okay, because this guy has been doing this for years. It's not something new that he has done. So yeah.
Brother Walker says same one-man circles who claims names equal persons. Yeah, high on Trinity. Yeah, I mean, like the thing is that, like, how in cults, as I was saying, in cults, basically in a cult, whatever your cult leader says, you'll believe it because that's how they brainwash people. Honestly, this kind of like Christian polemics, they've turned some of the followers into like a cult, and whatever they say, their followers would believe. Like even if they say like stupid things, like there are 14 different Qurans, and they're like, there's like this, there was no Quran before 1924. They'll believe it because they're not going to look it up. They think that whatever he says is true. And now, obviously, I'm not saying all Christians will be like that. Like there may be open-minded Christians, like Lily J, perhaps, in case she is a Christian, who may look it up. But many people will not look it up. So this guy is just a fraudster. But the doctor says Sam Shamoun has a filthy mouth. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, let's continue.
Extant copies of the Arabic Quran, such as the Birmingham or the Samarkand or Dop copy, they have variations that do not agree, that differ what you have today. The Arabic Quran that you read today doesn't go any further than 9 agree, that differ what you Birmingham or the Samarkand or Dop copy. They have variations that do not agree, that is the Birmingham or the 24. The extant copies of the Arabic Quran, such as the Birmingham or the Samarkand or Dop copy, they have variations that do not agree, that differ what you have today. The Arabic Quran.
Again,
This guy is a liar. Yeah, this total lie. Man, it's lying.
So basically, he's talking about top copy manuscript, right?
Yeah,
so
but Samarkand and the Birmingham. Yeah.
Birmingham,
the Birmingham MS, by the way, is the oldest copy of the Quran that we have, dated to, by the way, the time of Uthman.
Yeah, he's talking about the kind of like scribal errors, right? He's talking about scribal errors or things that were written in the parchment before the Uthmanic. Oh, boy, there. Okay, I think he's having internet issues. But anyway, so basically, what he's talking about is basically scribal errors. Right. So basically, when it comes to the top copy manuscript actually had kind of like a previously written version of the Quran. A lot of people assume these were basically personal copies of like some of the companions, but they were later removed because this is not the correct version. So they incorporated another kind of like, brother, my ninja is here. So basically, they written over it. But the point is that there's no contradiction, and I've already made a video on it. There's no contradiction between those two versions. Like even if you look at the version that was mentioned, written before the current Uthmanic version, they all match. Like there's no contradiction there. Bro, are you there? You wanna add something?
Yeah. I'm here. Yeah. I mean, I just sorry. I got time out from the live stream, from the back chat, backstage. Yeah. So, but anyways, I mean, this guy doesn't know the difference between. I mean, the basic understanding is that the manuscripts don't differ from the text of the Quran that we have now. You see, so if you read a passage from, let's say, the Birmingham manuscript, and you compare that with the Quranic text that we have now, there's no difference at all, except for the dots for the tashkil, right? Which are the dots and the vowels. Okay, so
it's not even that. Like even the differences he's talking about are not contradictory; they're complementary. Like for example, if you look at the top manuscript, in one verse it will say that like I don't know, like it will say something like we did it versus I did it, right? In one place, it will use like royal we, and then it will say like I, like both mean the same thing. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who's doing it, right? And the thing is that oftentimes you will have kind of like this kind of like different words, and we know this kind of differences existed. But the thing is that we know where they're coming from, because the thing is that we knew that there are 7 different ahruf in the beginning, right? So there were differences in terms of not differences, but like they're complementary words that existed. But like none of this is contradiction. Like they still mean the same thing, you know. Were you gonna add something?
No, nothing much to add. Yeah.
Yeah. Brother Waka said that's a mashallah. It's not going to be another may Allah give you 450 subs.
I mean, I mean,
I
I really hope that you do. Yeah, really hope that you do so that you can give some of them to me. Inshallah.
I'm not
Yeah.
to be honest, but yeah, it's just so yeah. So basically, when is I already have a video on like the Top Cup manuscript and all this. I think if you guys watch kind of like the David Wood playlist, there are about a video on Yasir Qadi that David made against Yasir Qadi, and I kind of correct both of them, kind of.
Yep.
So yeah, so definitely check it out. I basically pointed out all the supposed contradiction and show how there's no contradiction. Like even if I do assume their position to be correct, there's no contradiction there. And the thing is that even if there are kind of like say this kind of like small differences in words, we still know that the Uthmanic version is correct because they removed it. They didn't put that other version. They didn't standardize the other version, so we know which one is the correct one because it is accepted by consensus, right? So any kind of like personal copy, whatever that may be, is no longer legit, and we don't know where that's coming from. So, but we do know where the Uthmanic manuscript is coming from, or the Uthmanic codex is coming from, because
Definitely.
it matches with what people have memorized, right? So we have like two-way verification. We have the
Yes.
oral transmission, like oral, it's kind of oral
Yeah.
tradition
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
comes from the prophet, directly from the prophet. So we don't even need the manuscripts, right? But
Yeah, we
even
don't.
if we look at the manuscript, it still matches with the oral version.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. Yeah.
there are
So
two-way
yeah.
transmissions.
Yeah, so one thing that everyone needs to understand is that the Quran has always been an oral text. We don't rely on the manuscripts. You see, we don't rely on reading from from manuscripts. We are taught to memorize. At least the early Muslims were taught to memorize the Quran by heart, which is why the Quran mentions many times that the Quran is preserved by the hearts of men. It doesn't say the Quran is preserved by written manuscripts. Okay,
Yeah.
so overall, the Islamic tradition is that the Quran has always been preserved through oral recitation, through memorization, and these manuscripts. I mean, it's good to have all these Birmingham, Topkapi, Samarkand manuscripts, but these are all complementary to the oral text. So let's assume that we have some manuscripts which are different, which has difference, which are in error, which are totally contradictory to the oral recitation. Let's assume that. Okay, even if we assume that, we are still not going to rely on the manuscripts. We're going to rely on the oral transmission only.
Yeah,
So it
because the
doesn't
thing,
matter. So frankly, it doesn't really matter whether in the end, overall, it doesn't really matter whether these manuscripts have errors or not. But but because by the virtue, because the Quran is a miracle, we find that the manuscripts are indeed in coherence, in incongruence with the oral recitation, which is that in itself is a miracle. You see? Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is that we have the oral tradition, and if there's anything that doesn't match with the oral tradition, we reject it. Because the thing is that when it comes to
Exactly.
manuscript, right, anyone can write a manuscript. Like I can
Yeah.
tomorrow write a manuscript.
Yeah, manuscript writing is always open to error. I mean, the scribe may be tired. You have to keep in mind this is not recent. This is not in recent memory where we have paper and we have pen. We have the pen and we can write however we want to write. This is like 1,000 years ago where parchments are expensive to write and not many people are literate. So so to find someone who can read and write is not an easy thing to get. So people, and even let's say we do get some people of that stature in in Arabia 1,400 years ago. Even then, these scribes, they may make mistakes. They may, they're due to sleepiness, tiredness, whatever, or they try to change certain things. I mean, na'uzubillah, of course, we don't accuse any of the scribes of doing that, but these things are, these scribal errors are always prone to happen. We just compare that with how the biblical manuscripts were written. You see, the scribes, they changed some of the words, they inserted their own texts and so on. You see?
Yeah, so this is the difference between what the Christians claim is and what the Muslims believe, right? The thing
Exactly.
is, we
Exactly.
do not accept the different versions. Christians do. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yes.
We don't
Exactly.
accept the different versions. Christians
Exactly.
do. And because
Yeah.
they do, they think that we do the same as
Yeah.
well. But the thing is, we don't accept these versions.
I mean, they don't memorize. I mean, they don't even memorize the Bible. I mean, I haven't met any Christians who have memorized the Bible. Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas for the Quran, you can find thousands of Muslims who have memorized the Quran by heart from Surah to Baqarah right to Surah An-Nas. Can you
Yes.
find a single Christian who has memorized the Bible from Genesis to Revelations? I haven't met any. I haven't met any. Okay.
So,
In
so
Greek. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, what I'm saying is that when it comes to contradictory information, Christians do accept contradictory information, and that's problematic because you don't know where this information is coming from. But the difference here is that we don't accept contradictory information because there's no contradiction there, and the thing is
Exactly.
that we know where they're coming from. So even
Yes.
if there's some kind of like a later manuscript that's discovered that contradicts with what we have, we know
Yeah.
that one's incorrect, because we
Yeah,
have a way
exactly.
of verifying the
Yeah,
text of the Quran.
because we rely on the oral memorization. Like, for example,
Yeah.
if Surah Al-Fatiha, we read, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. And then if we read, if there is a manuscript that suddenly changes that verse, we know that the manuscript is false because what we have been taught is totally different from what what has been written. So we will reject the written text. We will rely on our oral memorization. See, so that's the difference between us Muslims and the Christians. Christians, they do not memorize the text. So like it or not, they are going to have to accept the different variances in the manuscripts, even though they may contradict each other. They have to look at the age of the manuscripts and see which came earlier. Is this from third century or this is from second century? If second century has this text, whereas the third century doesn't have this text, most likely it's the second century's version which is correct. You see, so they play this game of musical chairs in order to find the most accurate text. Yeah.
By the way, speaking of which, that's not actually a very accurate way of describing whether it's authentic or not, because the thing is that
Yeah.
just because something is found early doesn't necessarily mean
Exactly. But this is the methodology that they use. Yeah.
Berterman actually highlights this in his book Forgery, where he basically points out how there have been countless examples of very early written text where it has been completely forged, but because it's kind of like early, Christians oftentimes accept them.
Exactly.
But when it's really a forgery, so just because something is early doesn't mean it's correct,
Yeah,
exactly. But that all being said, even if we simply go by the textual evidence, 99% of the manuscripts we have all match with the Quran that we memorize. Then you have like a bunch of kind of like a random text that are coming out of from like some random places that may not match up entirely exactly the same, but still saying the same thing. That's not an issue. That's an exception, right? And because the thing is that, like, think of it this way, right? You have hundreds of people that are all saying the same thing. Then you have this random thing that you don't know who it's coming from. Which information are you going to accept? Would you accept the hundred of testimonies, or will you accept this one testimony of someone you don't even know? Obviously, you're going to accept the consensus, right? So obviously, it's a very dumb argument. Brother Dino is here. Assalamualaikum Aki. Is it just me, or did the stream start early? No, actually, it's the stream started actually on the not that early. It's been
on time actually. Yeah, I wanted to start the stream early, but the brother said wait.
I actually started late actually. Yeah. So, and also I've actually looked at the top copy manuscript, and there's no contradiction there. It's just like different words are being used. Now the person who actually wrote a thesis on it, I'm forgetting the doctor's name. Even he said there's no contradiction between this and the Uthmanic manuscript, and he himself said that. It's not me saying this. He himself said that, right? The non-Muslim scholar himself said that there's no contradiction with this and the kind of like Uthmanic manuscript. But the thing is that the reason there are some differences is, and his hypothesis, again, we don't know if it's correct, but his hypothesis is that the reason there are some differences is because he thinks that this could be one of the different ahruf of the Quran that was maybe written down, or maybe these are abrogated verses of the Quran, right? So again, we don't know. But the point is that there is an explanation for why there's some difference may be there. But when it comes to Christianity, we don't know why these differences exist. Like, for example, why is it that when it comes to the disciple of Jesus, one version is saying that he was he was hanged, and another version is saying that he was impaled. So which one is it, right? So this is clearly a contradiction in terms of information. And there's no kind of like thesis or historical information or kind of like theory that explains these kind of differences, but we do have an explanation, even if there's some kind of like not exact match in terms of like the words. But anyway, you want to add something, or should we continue?
No, I think we should continue. I think I've said enough. Yeah, I think we are in agreement anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, let's continue.
That you read today doesn't go any further than 1924.
Okay, next question, ChatGPT. This person online is claiming that we have no copies of a Quran before 1924. However, in one of my old videos, you told me we've got original manuscripts like the Birmingham manuscript, even the Topkapi manuscript. There's a one in Yemen as well that all date back, carbon dated back to the time of the Prophet. So, who's correct? Do we have any original manuscripts of the Quran, or is this person lying?
Yes, there are original manuscripts of the Quran that predate 1924. Examples include the Birmingham manuscript, the Topkapi manuscript, and others like the Sana'a manuscript in Yemen. These manuscripts have been carbon dated to the early centuries of Islam. So we do have copies of the Quran from long before 1920.
By the way, please note, all the manuscripts all have Uthmani codex. Like, why is it that the Sahabas removed this kind of like any kind of difference and wrote down the Uthmanic manuscript in these old texts? Obviously, it's because they believe this to be correct. And if there is some differences, they removed it, right? So just simply by the fact that they kind of like put this Uthmanic codex in all these ancient manuscripts clearly shows that this Uthmanic codex is the correct one, right? Hey, bro, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Don't worry.
Yeah. So as I was saying, so basically, all the different manuscripts that they have an issue with, like the Christians and the J. Smiths, right? So all these issues that they take with, like, is that some differences may be there. But the thing is that those differences were removed, and then the entire kind of like text are basically Uthmani codex, right? Later on, I'm talking about the Topkapi manuscript.
Yeah, I mean, the text of the Quran that we have now, the written manuscripts we have now. Okay, even the modern one, even the so-called 1924 version that these Christians like to repeat, they all come from the Uthmani text. They come from the Uber text. Yeah.
Topkapi and the Sana manuscript, they are all Uthmani codex.
They're all Uthmani. Yeah, I mean, there's no Quranic text or written text which came before or was not certified or was not endorsed by the Uthman committee. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, the only thing that they have is that the issue that they're trying to bring up is something that was removed, right? That was removed by the companions. I mean, the fact that it was removed itself proves that this is not supposed to be used.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why there are some differences, like for example, there's this. I think there's a Ubay bin Ka'ab text. I think. I think there's a manuscript which has some differences. The differences is actually from the personal notes of that Sahaba, because the Sahaba, he puts in his own footnotes, his own written text in the Quranic manuscript. So those type of manuscripts, Uthman ordered them to have burned because he did not want these things to be mixed up with the actual Quranic verses. There's also a manuscript by this Sahaba, I don't remember, which has 2 du'as. Okay, there's 2 full du'as written in addition to the Quranic text that we have now. So that manuscript was also burned because again,
sorry,
I don't remember I don't remember the name of the Sahaba though.
Yeah, I think that's the one. But basically, oftentimes they actually had their own personal copies of the Quran.
Yes.
Oftentimes they have,
I think, if I'm not mistaken, even Ali ibn Abi Talib had his own personal copy as well. So this was also burned as well. Yeah.
I don't know if I can verify that, but yeah, I mean, like oftentimes they would have like their personal copies.
So most of these Sahaba, they actually have their own copies. Yeah, I mean personal copies.
Yeah, they had the personal copies, but once the Quran was standardized, like everyone, like the entire Muslim Ummah came together and they agreed that this is the version, it's the standard version.
Exactly. So actually, I want to mention something on my channel. I have this podcast with Dr. Joseph Lambat. So he described the issue, or we discussed the issue of the Quranic preservation, the Jam al-Quran history, as well as the so-called burning. I mean, the burning of the Quranic text, and why Uthman standardized the codices, the mushafs. So we actually have this discussion on my channel. I do recommend that people who want to know more about it, they should come to my channel and
I also
watch it.
have a video on it. It's a 1 hour long. It's full of references. It's
Yeah.
called the Quran Preservation. You guys can check it out.
Yeah.
I go through the
Yeah.
full history of what happened, how Abu
Yeah.
Bakr radiallahu anhu, first compiled the Quran, and then how it was
Yeah.
compiled by
Yeah.
Uthman radiallahu anhu. So all the references that you guys want, it's there. So yeah,
Yeah.
you guys can also check that
Yeah.
out. But let's continue.
Yeah.
So can we just confirm that the Quran we have today is it exactly the same as the original manuscripts?
Yes, the Quran we have today is consistent with the original manuscripts.
Why are you always lying? I don't understand. Seriously, it's not that hard, guys. If you want, just get ChatGPT and ask it yourself.
I think
honestly,
that was why.
how can this guy blatantly lie?
Yeah, I think that was why Botak Shamu was pissed off with her and called her a lot of names, because Botak means body, by the way, in the Malay language. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Botak Shamu was pissed off because this lady was calling him, was singing that line, "Why are you always lying?" So maybe I think the Botak got offended because of this. So so that is why he came out with all these beautiful names for her. So because she crushed his ego, you see. So his 4-inch his 4-inch pecker couldn't withstand it being insulted. So he had to do something about it, and so he came out with all those lovely names for her.
Yeah, his ego was hurt. Baby Sam Shamoun was hurt. You know,
By the way, let's not forget, by the way, that it is on record that Shamu Botak admitted that he has a 4-inch pecker. Okay. I mean, he admitted it himself. It's not something that I made up. He actually admitted that.
I have to see that video actually.
Yeah, he actually admitted this. It's not something that we made up. It's something which he admitted it openly.
Anyway, yeah. So brother doctor says Sam has a very big, yeah. I mean, like, his ego is so massive. I don't think he could handle it. But let's continue.
Online about something that is so easy to prove. Thank you for tuning in today. If you have any videos that you want me to ask ChatGPT to debunk, see you next week.
So yeah,
okay, see you. Thank you, Lily J, for the entertaining video. I really enjoyed watching you crushing that Botak's ego.
Christian polemics have gotten so bad that they're being debunked by TikTokers now.
I mean, she's not even a Muslim. She's not even a Muslim, and she's debunking this guy easily.
Yeah.
Just by using AI.
Yeah. We're in the 21st century, man. You can stop the lies.
Oh my god, this guy is he has a 4-inch pecker. Let's not forget that. Anyway.
Brother Dino says, I think using ChatGPT is not perfect, but Sam is still a liar and this person. So yeah, actually, you know what? Let's react to that video of the meme video that I have of Sam.
Okay.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. But by the way, brother, I can't stay for long. So let's do that, and then maybe I may have to go now. Okay, later. All right.
Yeah. We're gonna end it soon. But let's check it out. Because this video is absolutely hilarious. But anyway, let's video.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, here we go. Let me share the screen. This is hilarious. But window, is it? I think you can share. Can you share the video? Okay. Hold up. Hold on. Sorry. Give me a second. I don't know how to play it. Give me a second, guys. Play it. Uh, maybe if I make it smaller. Okay, it's this one. Okay, this is the one. Here we go. Okay, you guys see that? Can you guys see? Right there, can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, definitely.
Let me know if the audio is playing.
Not on my end.
The audio is not playing?
Nope, not. Can you play it? Is it playing? Yeah, but it's not. There's no audio.
Huh?
There's no audio.
Okay, hold on, give me a second. Okay. Share screen. Okay, maybe I need to show the whole screen. All right. Let me know if you can hear the audio.
Let me see. Nah, I can't hear anything.
You can hear anything?
Nope.
Second. I mean, I think you could play. You can play. Oh, okay. Hold on. I found something. Video file. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Found something. Yeah.
Fool will be liable to the hell of fire. Put away from you crooked speech.
Okay, you can hear this sound, right?
Okay, yeah, I can hear it now. Yeah.
Nice. All right, let's play this.
And put devious talk far from you.
Okay, so
I own you, Michelle, because she knows the world knows she's an adulterous whore. Michelle, they call me a wife beater.
by the way, those who don't know, Michelle is his ex-wife. Okay, Michelle is his
okay.
ex.
Yeah, Michelle. Yeah, I know who she is.
Let's continue. Oh, brother Dino asked, is Lila J a Muslim? Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. Sometimes it seems that she may be Muslim, but I'm not entirely sure. So, yeah, that's good.
I'm going to hurt you real bad. That's a promise. And it's biblical to call them dogs, fat slob, to call them whores, stupid bastard, to call them beater.
It's hilarious. Check this out.
We're live, buddy.
God,
You there?
guy.
You are a wife beater, man. Michelle deserves justice, man.
Oh my God, that's so great, man. Salute to the guy who did that. I really do admire your bravery.
I think it's a Muslim. Basically, Muslims kind of trolled him on his own show.
Not sure whether he's a Muslim. It could be a Christian who did that.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, because he has enemies from the Christian side as well.
Yeah. Let's continue.
What a stupid, dumb bastard. What's going on, buddy? You call me and then you're not picking up. What's up?
Wife beater.
Really? Is that it?
Oh my God. I love that. I absolutely do. Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
Justice for
Okay,
Michelle.
so who's the first one up? Please go ahead.
I have a question. Why did you beat your wife?
Okay. I'll see you guys later, man. Thanks for the waste of time. All right.
I mean, like, I mean, like,
Right? Take care.
See ya, White Peter.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, now I can hear you. What's up?
Wife beater.
That's it? That's all you got to say?
Why are you a wife beater?
See, that's right. So what did they do to your mother?
It's a serious question. Why? Like there are documents online.
Yes, documents
that show
online.
that you are a wife beater.
Because I want to be like Muhammad. Yes?
no.
Yeah, and your mother's a
Oh, okay. Your mother's a whore? Really? Your mother's a whore, Shamoun.
I mean, this guy has absolutely no filter on his mouth. He has no filter on his mouth. Like, no one is safe from his insult. Whether it's a Christian, it's a Muslim, it doesn't matter. This guy's absolutely disgusting language. And
I'm totally unsurprised.
I'm kind of baffled as to why Christians think this guy is their savior. Like, why? You guys can't find someone better? Like, I think even David Wood doesn't like him. You know?
Yeah, they had some theological differences, I think, and they kind of split up. Yeah, because Shamoun leaned more towards the Orthodox Catholic Church style, whereas the psychopath who once beat his daddy with a hammer is a Protestant. He's a Calvinist, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
He's
So they have theological differences. Yeah, so there are theological differences between the Orthodox / Catholic Church versus the Protestant Church. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I spit on her. There you go. White beater!
That you beat your wife called Michelle, right? You beat her up.
Oh, he's laughing at himself now.
Yeah, I don't know why he's laughing. Sam Shamoun and David Wood are clowns. I mean, they are. I mean, look at this. This is clown show. This is circus.
This is totally a circus, man.
Hey, why did you beat your wife?
Because the Shia raped your mother.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he talks about the Shia now.
Out.
Oh, yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep barking like you followed Surat An-Nisa. There you go. White beater! White beater! White beater!
There is no hate like Christian.
I wouldn't waste my time going onto his channel and do that, but I do salute the guys who did it. Kudos to you for doing it, and I do respect that. I respect your bravery in confronting this troll and calling him out as he's supposed to be called out. Okay. Yeah.
Watch. Wants a bet. Yeah. Hey, why is your mother a stupid whore? If his mother wasn't a stupid whore, a spiritual whore of the devil, he wouldn't be a bastard. This guy's gonna say, White beater! You are live.
Wife beater.
See?
I enjoy this a lot. I really do. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, his wife is quite pretty. His ex is quite pretty, isn't it?
I mean, I don't think that's a real picture, but yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're in sin. You're in adultery. The man you're married
here, he's talking about his ex-wife.
with, too, Martin Simon Echo, he's a whore too. He's an adulterous whore. Your marriage is adulterous. It's satanic.
This is actually the same. This is actually the same video where he admitted that he has a 4-inch pecker. I saw the whole thing. Yeah, it was about. I think this particular live stream was like about 1 hour long. He was ranting about his ex-wife. Yeah.
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 You know what's funny is that when he was debating Daniel, all his kind of like followers were saying like, "Oh, Sam cooked. They should see this video."
He got cooked. That's the more accurate term. Himself. Yeah. He cooked himself with his 4-inch pecker. Yeah.
This is disgusting, honestly. I mean, like, he's single-handedly kind of destroying all kind of Christian reputation. mean, if you're a Christian and you take your religion seriously, stay away from these people. People like David.
That's the problem. You see, I noticed that a majority of Christians take information from people like him. Who, by the way, he's a high school dropout. He didn't even pass his GED. GED is something similar to O levels in America, and this guy didn't even pass his GED. Imagine this: someone who was a high school dropout, he didn't even finish high school properly, and you're taking knowledge and religion from this dude. And you think that he's an expert on any religion, not just Islam, even Christianity for that matter. Why would you want to take knowledge from this guy? I don't get it. I really don't.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is that even if, let's say for the second, okay, fine, you know what, you don't have access to much knowledge, so you watch Shamoun, okay, then at least like follow people that are at least somewhat, well behaved. Like, why follow this?
I mean, let's be honest. I think even Mike Jones is a better person to, if I were a Christian, I would follow Mike Jones more than this guy, because Mike Jones, at least he has some knowledge, right? Even Jay Dyer has some knowledge. Of course, I disagree with Jay Dyer on so many things, but at least he has more credentials than this buffoon who has never even finished high school. You see, if I were a Christian, I would follow Mike Jones or Jay Dyer, not even David, because even though David allegedly has a PhD, but he has never published anything.
I checked his supposed PhD. It's not a PhD.
It's not?
Basically what happened, basically what happened is that he went to a missionary training.
Okay.
And they give some kind of certificate, and he's now calling it, he has a PhD.
But he has you do know that he came up with a thesis, right? For his alleged PhD. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like it's on a Christian, kind of like Christian university.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Fort Hum. I think it was Fort Hum University.
It's not a real university.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I think Jay Smith went through the same thing, because he also has an allegedly a doctorate in Islam. Yeah, which I think PhD as well. But from what I've learned, he actually doesn't even know how to speak Arabic. How could you have a PhD in Islamic studies if you do not know even a single word of Arabic? I really cannot understand this. It's like someone who claims to be an expert in biblical manuscripts, but they don't even know a single word of Greek. It's similar to this. Yeah.
I mean, like it's just, it's like like a normal madrasa student, 10-year-old madrasa student can beat them in a debate. To be honest.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the thing. I don't understand why Christians want to take knowledge from this buffoon, especially because this guy is a high school dropout. I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't go through. I mean, I went through university, but I didn't finish my degree. But my credentials, at least I have a diploma, an advanced diploma, and I think my diploma is definitely higher than this guy who's a college dropout. Okay, high school dropout, not even a college dropout. He's a high school dropout, which is even worse. Yeah, you see. Yeah.
Lord Jesus will destroy your wicked adulterous union.
By the way, this didn't happen. By the way, he's cursing his ex-wife, but I as far as I know, his ex-wife didn't break up with like the new husband. He's cursing them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to interfere in his personal affairs, but what I do know is that he admitted that he has a 4-inch pecker in this video, and that's good enough for me.
Oh, you need to stop. You can demonetize the whole thing. So, Brother Kakashi is here. He says, Assalamualaikum, walaikum salam, bro. You're a bit late.
Walaikum salam warahmatullah. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream so far. Yeah.
But, let's finish.
Because she knows, the world knows she's an adulterous whore. Shlomo, your mother is a whore.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh my God. You can see that he has. Yeah, you can see that he has been using these terms like Jezebel, Lilith, whore, slut, and all these terms from the very beginning. So it's not surprising that he will use this against Lily J. So
yeah.
Who gave birth to you because she's the bride of Satan.
What a nasty person.
All whores burning in religion.
Totally nasty.
This filthy dog.
He's Unitarian Christians.
I wonder whether he's talking about himself, because he's definitely a filthy dog who needs to wash his mouth with a dishwasher.
Unitarian, agent of Satan.
Agent of Satan. You can see that he's using these very specific Christian terms. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Who's a non-Trinitarian, and so he worships Satan, not God. with the rich man. Filthy dog. You come, dog. Actually, it's the Shia that beat your mom. Which Shia
Oh my
fathered you?
god.
Yeah,
Oh
so,
my
and, so,
god.
and he constantly brings up, insults to like the Shia and whatnot. He insults
I
the
don't know,
Jews.
this guy, I don't know, maybe his mother got raped by a Shia, so now he's
Alhamdulillah.
so now he's
He doesn't
venting
know
like
which
this.
Shia, whore,
Oh my
ass
God.
cheeks. Shut up!
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so
By the way, the one who made the video is actually a Christian. That's the funny
yeah, I
part.
think I've seen it before. Yeah, I've seen this video
Yeah.
before. Yeah, yeah,
What a nasty person.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
anyway,
totally nasty inside and outside. Okay, so it's no wonder that his ex-wife left him anyway. Who would want to be married to such an individual? I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah. So basically, I'm gonna end the show with a hadith.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. It's an interesting hadith, and I think this shows the difference between Muslims and kind of like this Christian. Give me a second. Here we go. This is the hadith. Let me share this screen. Here. You can find it on Abawina, Hadith on abuse. Believers do not curse, insult, or profane. This is Sunan al-Tirmidhi, 1975. It's been graded as Sahih by Sheikh Albani. It says the following. Abdullah ibn Masud reported, the Messenger of Allah, peace and peace be upon him, said, the believer does not insult others. He does not curse others. He is not vulgar and he is not shameless. This is all the things that Shamoun is. You know?
Yeah,
and this is all the things that a
definitely.
Muslim is not.
Definitely. Yeah.
And this is the
I mean,
difference.
I'll admit it. I do cuss and curse sometimes, once in a while, but I don't do this habitually like this. This guy. Okay, I admit that I'm somewhat guilty of this sometimes, but I always try to stay away from this. And I definitely do not do this habitually in everything I say and everything I do. Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to ask if there's any Christians watching. Which person would you rather follow? A person who's saying you should not insult people, or would you rather follow people like Sam Shamoun, who's insulting and using vulgar language to address other people? I think if it was me, I would follow the person who's telling me to not insult other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Who the Prophet was. This is why you should follow the Prophet.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is the difference between Christianity and Islam. We don't stoop to that level.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard any Muslim saying you are the son of the devil, you are the daughter of the son of Jezebel or Lilith, blah blah blah, bride of Satan, blah blah blah.
Look at, I mean, like even the most kind of like on the edge Muslim apologists, like brother maybe Hijab and others, they don't insult people like this.
No, he doesn't.
This
No.
language.
No, he never does. He never did.
Yeah. Or if you look at Daniel or Sheikh Uthman, Ibn Farouk.
Daniel is actually very soft spoken.
Yeah, you will never see this from the Muslim side.
Yeah, definitely. I think the strongest condemnation that I've ever heard is from Sheikh Asim. He said there was this one person who asked him, can God create a stone so big that he cannot carry it? And then Sheikh Asim said, "What are you? Are you stupid?" he said it. Yeah, that's the worst I've seen.
That's not like an insult.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not an insult. It's just it's not an insult. But that's the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, that's not even, and that doesn't even scratch the surface of what people like Sam Shamoun have been saying. Okay, that's so minor. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the difference between Islam and Christianity. Islam doesn't teach you to be vulgar, but it seems that Christianity does.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
So,
I mean,
you choose which one you want to follow.
If you can't present Christianity or whatever religion that you claim to follow with good manners and adab and proper, at the very least treat your opponent respectfully, then I don't think anyone should be following whatever you claim to preach. You see.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's something that anyone should emulate from that person in question. If that person starts cussing other people, calling him or her names, making insults openly, I don't think that is someone or that is a person which people should take their knowledge or religion or whatever it is that they believe in from. See, even if this guy were teaching sociology, and this guy is this person is start cussing your mother, your daddy, your grandmother, and everything, would you want to study under this professor of sociology? See, I mean, it's not nothing to do with religion. It's just good manners and adab. See, you wouldn't want to follow someone who displays such behavior, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Brother Dino says, and my Christian friends call this guy a scholar.
Yeah, he's as much of a scholar as my cat is a sheikh. Okay.
Yeah. Muhammad Ashik says that he is defending his arguments by offending and insulting opponents' belief, their religion, and their prophet. Yeah,
Yep,
that's what he
exactly.
does. You know,
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah. And that's called I think it's a logical fallacy called ad hominem. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we're at the end of the show. It's been
Yep.
1 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes.
Wow, 1 hour 30 minutes. That's quite a long. Wow, that's quite a long while. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, I wanted to go for 3 hours, but I think we can end it here because the topic does not merit that long.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go that long, right? When this guy is basically talking about this botak
By the
with
way,
his foul mouth.
speaking of which, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, definitely subscribe to the channel, like the video. It helps a lot, and also subscribe to Brother Amy and Jess channel.
Yeah. And subscribe to. I presume you are already subscribed, but please do subscribe to Islamic Calling if you have not already done so. Please do.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
And it helps a lot. And
Definitely.
actually, there is one thing I want to clarify. I saw a video, like Brother Dean Response made quoted a hadith where he basically said that he said actually what maybe we could look at it a little bit. It's going to take too long. Okay, let me find it. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. Let me pull it up. Yeah. Playing an ad. Give me a second. Okay, I found the video. Let me share it.
Because to be honest,
so the brother did a good job. He pointed out that there are different recitation styles, and but there is one thing that I wanted to clarify. Oh, okay, so it's this one, I think.
And evidence for this is from a hadith where a companion of the Prophet heard another companion recite the Quran. It's from a hadith from God because the Prophet, upon whom be peace, recited it in both ways. And evidence for this is from a hadith where a companion of the Prophet heard another companion recite the Quran in a different way with a different meaning. When approaching the Prophet, peace be upon him, to solve the matter, the Prophet confirmed that he taught it both ways. An example I can give to show this is in the case of Al-Fatiha, where Malik and Malik are used. Malik means king, while Malik means owner.
Yeah, I gave the example, didn't I?
Contradict one another. What I did it in both ways. And evidence for this from God, because the Prophet upon whom...
Now, one thing I need to clarify, which is that the brother actually didn't mention this, but so basically what he's describing is the ahruf, not the kirat. There is a difference between the ahruf and the kirat.
Yeah, that's ahruf. Yes.
So kirat actually came after the Quran was standardized by Uthman Adil.
Yes,
but ahruf is something that was revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself. So there's a distinction there. So I feel like the brother maybe didn't have forgot to clarify this, but yeah. So all the hadith is about ahruf, not kirat.
Yeah.
So I think it's a small mistake, but it's fine. That's just something I wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
So there is a difference between ahruf and kirat. Ahruf was revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yes.
And kirat was the style that was kind of like based on one of the ahruf of the Quran. That was not by the Prophet himself. So the two things are not the same.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. And the differences are like, as I mentioned earlier, a trunk putting an item in the trunk of your car versus putting an item in the boot of your car. So
Yeah.
it's just that the
Exactly.
differences
And
are just that in English.
we both have videos on it. If you guys want, you can check it out.
Yep.
I have check out my playlist videos on David Wood.
Yeah.
And the videos on Yasir Kati. So I kind of correct David Wood on his supposed criticism against Yasir Kati. Although I'm not a big fan of it.
Cody's damage has not been removed yet, and so he made a really silly statement by saying, there's what in the narrative. So
yeah, holes in the narrative. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, definitely check out that video and also check out brother TMA's article on this and videos on this. You have a video on it, right?
Yeah, I do. It's a podcast between myself and this Quranic scholar, Dr. Joseph Lambat, where we discuss about the Jam al Quran, the collection of the Quran, as well as the textual preservation of the Quran as well. And we touched upon Qira'at and Ahruf as well.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, the point is that we have the chain of transmission which goes back to the Prophet, proving that this comes from the Prophet himself.
Exactly.
So there, and we also have manuscripts that matches with the oral tradition. Almost 99% of them will match with the Quran that we have, and the text on the earliest text that we have. So there is absolutely no room for confusion here. And yet these Christians will claim there are separately 14 different versions.
Which is stupid, really, and because I haven't seen any 14 versions of the Quran. Yeah, I've yet to see that.
Yeah. Brother user channel is very me other person. Yeah, of course, and of course, subscribe to my channel. Like, you guys are not subscribed.
Subscribe to my channel too.
Don't just subscribe in response. Subscribe to my channel.
Yes, that's right. Subscribe to both our channels. Both our channels.
But yeah, of course, the brother is doing well. Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless him.
Yeah, it's good to see him.
Also,
It's
if
good
you're
to see him.
from in response channel, definitely subscribe to my channel as well. It'll help a lot.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, so yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you guys for joining us. I'll end the stream now. Yeah, let me show my intro and then I'll say my buys. Okay, all right, so with that, I'm gonna end the show. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you, bro, for joining me, brother Angel.
Likewise, yeah.
And we're gonna end the show now. Thank you guys for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
See you guys next time, inshallah. Oh, by the way, before I end, I'm planning on making original videos now only because I've put out a lot of kind of highlight streams. So I'm gonna make original videos now. So look out for that. My next video will probably be on capturing Christianity. So wait for that, inshallah. That video will come soon. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time, inshallah. And of course, subscribe to brother Iman's channel and my channel. Right. Jazakallah.